What is going on, YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500 if we have time. Now, I know they're not open just yet, but market should open for the S&P 500 in about probably a half hour from the time of recording this, or 20 minutes now. But we'll probably just look at whether or not we're going to continue to head down, which seems to be on the horizon here. That we might be seeing prices drop us down closer to this bottom support. Clearly, the price floor that we have clearly drawn out where prices have retested this in the past. But going to the cryptocurrencies now, what we really have to pay attention to is the falling wedge fractal that's happening within XRP, and Bitcoin's retesting its bottom support here, or the top of its previous falling wedge pattern here, which it's currently using as a support, which is quite interesting, and just using it to head lower and lower and lower. Not necessarily something that we would love to see, but it is something we do have to talk about here. Ethereum as well, continuing in its falling wedge pattern. It is bouncing off bottom support here, which is a good sign. But until we get some sort of confirmation break to the upside here, we're literally just sitting ducks for the time being. With that being said, guys, the crypto fear and greed index is trading us at 29, or showing signs of 29, which usually means that we are undervalued and looking for, not extremely undervalued, but just undervalued in regards to the fact that we should see money and volume move back in and move us to the upside. So guys, if any of that is important and you want to learn a little bit more about what exactly is going on with this market here, what are we waiting for, and just another crypto update, definitely make sure to watch the video to the end. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, overall, crypto's not really doing anything. Once again, you can see the past 7 days, or the last 7 days, have literally just been consolidating to the point where almost everything looks like a stable coin. Like, it almost looks like USD coin, USDC, or even Tether, where things are just flatlined out completely. Not necessarily the best. Overall, the past week, most cryptocurrencies are down pretty substantially. In the past 24 hours, we're not really seeing much except just straight, sideways movements. Maybe we're up about 1% at most here. Very interesting too to see what's trending and what is the biggest gainers here. You can see there's still a lot of scam things in the markets right now. I know, don't get me wrong, but it's hard to look at cryptocurrencies that end in inu with a positive light, thinking that they're not out to scam you here. So looking at that, not sure I'm a believer. Even MetaPets doesn't sound too good to be true here. But then you see cryptos up like Pape, not sure exactly what it is. Empire Capital Token, Hodl Me are up 200 to 700% on the day. So pretty nuts to see some of these cryptos still exploding here in such a short-term market. But we don't necessarily know what exactly they are, because they could be inflating their prices by themselves, which we've seen in the past with certain specific styles of tokens here. But moving forward now, the crypto fear and greed index does show signs, like we said, leaning more towards fear. Last month we did have, it says, extreme fear, which I agree with, as markets were definitely falling at a much more aggressive rate than previously, or than currently. And you can see the past couple of days it's been just fear, fear, fear over and over again, but it's slowly moving us back lower and lower and lower here. So you can see for the most part we are starting to extend downwards, which is not necessarily a good thing. This does just show signs of consolidation and lowering ourselves here. And extreme fear, as it says, can be a sign that investors are really too worried, and this could be a buying opportunity, basically showing, oh, we're oversold, time to buy in. And that's really what we're looking for most of these cryptos. It's still quite ironic to me that we managed to trade out of the falling wedge and then get immediately rejected off top resistance and correct us lower. I'm not really worried about XRP right now. We haven't showed signs of extreme bearish reversal, because we're still trading above our major support level here. You can see, even jumping to the weekly chart, you can see for the most part we are trading above our uptrend. So that's something to consider as well. The fact is we are above this uptrend, and we are going to continue to be breaking bullish until we break through this green support right here. So we are currently in the midst of a point C here. We could move this. I mean, this doesn't hurt, I'll be honest with you, to move this like this and move point B here. It doesn't make much of a difference here. And maybe this is the bottom that we're currently intertwined in, but we are looking hopefully for another clear swing back to point D right here. So completing the Elliott wave formation. This is a bottom on the coin. The only unfortunate thing, as we know, is the longer we hang out at this bottom here, the bigger the chances are of reversals to the upside. I mean, we have hung out there in the past, though. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of consolidation. We're going on week, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth week of consolidation as well on bottom support. So we are in the make or break phase, and we could see prices dip below. It's really just a waiting game now. I mean, I am currently in on XRP, and I'm currently in on Bitcoin, and I'm just sitting tight and waiting for the prices to rise, because that's ideally where I do believe we are going to see prices move to. Obviously, doing so would be on Bityard. For those that aren't familiar, Bityard is the #1, or my favorite, exchange where you can actually leverage trade cryptocurrencies. It's pretty much got every cryptocurrency you could want to trade: XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as these other innovative cryptos like Doge, Shiba Inu, and so on and so forth. They have pretty much everything you would need here: Sushi, Solana, Matic, and so many more. ISP, Internet Computer. They even have BAT, so basic attention token. So they got pretty much everything. So it's definitely one of the better, I think, cryptocurrency exchanges to use, and I've been using them for 2 years with no problems at all. And if there are any concerns, they have this help button which you can use, as well as a demo account to practice your trades, which is also incredible that they offer that. And it really doesn't change much when you click demo. The only thing that does is they give you about 100K Monopoly money to just play around on and test your skills, which is awesome, and I always recommend. So definitely make sure to check out Bityard in the description down below. Make sure to sign up, then click mystery box to earn some free crypto. But with that being said, guys, moving back to XRP here, that's really what we're waiting for. We have a bounce. Maybe we're seeing a double bottom. Who knows how this is going to play out here? All I know is we did form another falling wedge. I'm hoping we see some sort of reversal. I'm hoping we see some sort of, this is the bottom here, the second bottom, and we start to see prices rally back to the upside here. I do strongly believe that point C here, this uptrend is not going to be broken as we are continuing to make higher lows. But I do believe we do have a target set to closer to $1.10 by end or mid of January here. Probably end of January, to be honest with you. The longer we consolidate, that's probably what we're going to look for. And there are resistances on the way up. Target would be 94 cents in this zone here. By the time we get there, moving average should be intertwined there. So this would probably be the problem zone, as we previously saw here. But I do believe at some point we are going to rise up to here and then move up to point D. This is the ideal move here. Target set there and target set there. Problem zone would be here with a potential reversal, and so on and so forth. But that's the ideal movement, and that's why I've bought in, because when we originally bought in, it was down here at about 82 cents. We're currently trading at 84 cents. We're not really up by much at all compared to where we were, but we were able to leverage trade this, which is great. And now we're just riding it out. We're waiting, ultimately being patient and waiting for this move to the upside here. So I'm not worried with XRP. Neither should you guys be. But jumping into this a little more in depth, you can see there is a small falling wedge pattern that did appear the past couple of days. And this is what we've been kind of paying close attention to. We discovered it later in yesterday's video, not necessarily in the recent time. So I do want to talk about this a little more here. You can see it started about the 21st to 23rd here with this consolidation movement. We have a price floor. We do have a price ceiling, or resistance and trend line support and a trend line resistance. And we did bounce off of it. And this is good because it's definitely a falling wedge pattern here. And we are coming to the end, and these tend to break fairly bullish, as we've seen in the past here. We should see the same thing happen now. And I'm hoping we have a target closer to 94 cents. I'm hoping we can swing out of this and swing back up to 94 cents. But that's what I'm riding on. I'm once again very, very, very much so in agreement that I don't believe we're going to break through 80 cents and start to fall to the downside here. I'd only switch bearish if we see that on the daily close us below 80 cents. Regardless, we have seen a lot of consolidation as expected, and we're kind of riding out the falling wedge pattern here, as well as the moving averages you can see right here. So we are going to be coming into contact with them very soon, but I do believe this is going to break us by today's a third, maybe hopefully the fourth, hopefully by tomorrow the latest, if not today, because you can see we've pretty much been consolidating in this, and this should break very soon. And with falling wedges, they usually tend to break bullish. So that is what I am looking for, a swing back to the upside here. So I am still bullish on this. Let's wait to see how the falling wedge patterns play out. But with that in mind, I do want to look at the other cryptos. There is still a much bigger falling wedge pattern on Ethereum here that still needs to complete itself and play out, and we are getting close to doing so. There is still a downtrend, which I do believe needs to get broken before we see any sort of big run to the upside here. So this downtrend needs to be confirmed bullish. we need to start breaking through that on the relative strength indicator, and then hopefully that will get us back above the falling wedge pattern here, this downtrend that we've extended out, which seems to be the most accurate for right now. So ultimately breaking through here would be a pretty solid move, and then really what we're looking for is confirmation outside the price ceiling and price floors. This is pretty much it. This is the zone we don't like to trade in. So I'm not touching Ethereum until we get confirmation, as we've discussed. So if we bounce off this, consolidating here, so be it. Second, we close the daily above there, expect to see a dump, and vice versa. If we start consolidating here, we break through it. I'm not buying in until 4160 is broken. Once we close above this on the daily, then I'll buy in with anticipation of a run to the upside here, and we probably won't be missing much. Granted, this is also a very big falling wedge pattern here. So guys, to wrap up today's video, looking at Bitcoin here, you can see we did pretty much break once again outside the falling wedge pattern here, and since then corrected lower, and we're currently using the top of this kind of as a support and trading sideways. So we are intertwined between what appears to be maybe 49K and a bottom of like 46K. We seem to be intertwining in this. Who knows how long this is going to move here? There's really not enough evidence or technical indicators to kind of signal or show signs of any other potentially bullish movements here. So it's still a waiting game, but my focus now is off of Bitcoin because of the lack of technical indicators that would show otherwise or make it easier to trace. It's really my focus is on XRP to start, and then Ethereum too, and obviously crypto.com in regards to their CRO coin, because that does show some pretty positive signs as well. So with that being said, guys, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, drop a comment if you'd like, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.